Welcome to Grace Unveiled Show, where we peel back the layers of life struggles to uncover the grace that's been holding us all along. Today's episode might feel like a mirror for your soul, especially if you've been quietly wondering, why am I not further along? Or why does everyone else seem more called, more chosen, more everything? Please subscribe and support. Download the Spreaker app.
Come and listen to Grace Unveiled. Oh, mercy, a mercy prevails. Come and listen to Grace Unveiled, warmer the cost in every heart. His mercy prevails.
Have you ever looked at someone else's life, maybe online, at church, or even across the dinner table and silently thought, they're doing it better, I'm so behind? Yeah, me too. We live in a world that makes it so easy to compare our pace, our parenting, our purpose, and the danger is we start living for validation, not from grace. But what if I told you today's grace is calling you by name or rank? And that comparison isn't a measuring stick, it's a thief. In episode 6, we're uncovering the truth about being called by grace, not by performance, not by perfection, and definitely not by comparison. Let me take you back to a coffee shop conversation I almost canceled. A friend I hadn't seen in years invited me to catch up. I was tired, feeling spiritually flat, and if I'm honest, I didn't want to sit across from someone whose life seemed like it had only soared while mine had, well, staggered. He arrived glowing new job, ministry launching, wife thriving, and there I was, still in a place of waiting, with dreams delayed and self-doubt growing like a weed. As he talked, I smiled. I nodded. But inside I spiraled. God, what am I even doing with my life? Why am I not there yet? And then grace showed up, not from him, but from the Spirit. I heard it clearer than anything he said. It was this quiet, soul-deep whisper. I called you to walk with me, not run against him. It stopped me cold. Tears welled. And in that moment, I realized I'd been confusing calling with competing. That day began a slow, gentle unraveling of my need to measure up and a restoration of my ability to simply walk with grace at my own God-ordained pace. Let's talk about it. Grace is a calling, not a competition. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Not for others to do, not for you to do faster, just you and Jesus, and the road he's paved for your feet. Comparison whispers, you're behind. Grace declares, you're becoming. You might be thinking, but what if I really am behind in marriage, in ministry, in healing? Let me gently remind you, God doesn't call you on someone else's timeline. He calls you according to his design. Comparison hides in holy places. We think it's just social media, but comparison sneaks into sermons, small groups, worship teams, and callings. We watch someone else's spiritual fruit and feel like imposters in our own garden. But fruit doesn't grow in a hurry. And it definitely doesn't grow in envy. Your spiritual journey has seeds God planted with purpose. Trust his timing. Grace restores the pace. If grace had a pace, it wouldn't be frantic. It would be faithful. Jesus never ran. Think about that. He walked, he stopped, he noticed. What would it look like for you to slow down and notice the grace in your own lane? Let's make this real. Here are your grace-based action steps. Every time you feel comparison rise this week, pause and ask, whose race am I watching? What insecurity is this triggering? What grace truth do I need right now? Then say aloud, yes, aloud, I release their story and I return to mine. Do this in front of mirrors, while driving, before scrolling anywhere comparison creeps. Celebrate someone you've envied. This is bold. Pick one person you've secretly compared yourself to and speak blessing over them. Text them, pray for them, honor their gift. Not because you feel like it, but because grace frees you from envy. Grace journal your own journey. At the end of each week, write 3 things I'm growing in. 1 grace I noticed in my life. 1 lie I'm no longer entertaining. Build a rhythm of honoring your pace with God's eyes. Let me speak this over you now. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not less than. You are called by name, not by numbers. You are held by grace, not driven by pressure. And your story? It's unfolding with more beauty than comparison could ever promise. This week, walk with the one who already approves of you. And here's your grace challenge. Every time you feel the pull to measure your worth, pause, breathe, and declare, I am called by grace, not by comparison. You are exactly where grace wants you, and he who began a good work in you isn't finished yet. See you next time.